Alright guys, welcome back to the next installment of the top 10 units for every typing. We've already gotten through the AGL video, the attack video, and the int video. Now we are on STR, and I will probably finish up with the physical typings tomorrow because I do expect the new Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta to be arriving on Dokkan probably within a few days. So I want to get these top 10s out before new cards could possibly come with the new Blue Vegeta. So today we're working on STR. Again, I kind of do it in like a top 10 format, but the 10 spot, I pick basically 3 units for the 10 spot. Kind of like a 10A, 10B, and 10C. So the first unit we have here is STR Super Gogeta. The OG, like the original, like God card of the game. Back in the day, after the first year anniversary, there were basically two kinds of Dokkan accounts. The account that had Gogeta and an account that did not have Gogeta. He was literally everything you needed. He was like the perfect unit. He had the best leader skill in the game. All types key +3 and attack 3000. And then, of course, he was the first unit to have immense damage. On Global, they actually pushed Full Power Frieza ahead of Gogeta. And so on Global, Full Power Frieza was the first immense damage dealing unit. But on the Japanese version of Dokkan, Super Gogeta here was the first immense damage unit. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they introduced a new damage modifier at some point. Obviously, they have Colossal and Mega Colossal, but that's what LRs have, right? I could see a new damage modifier being added to TURs coming up because, again, like, you know, this has been around for 2 full years now. We're past the 3-year anniversary now, and Immense is still basically the highest attack modifier for, like, you know, good TURs. Like, you know, Ultra Instinct Goku has Immense, you know, shit like that. He is still okay. I would say more than okay. He's solid. One reason is because he has like an S rank potential system. As you guys can see, he gets 7,000 attack from the potential system, which is a gigantic buff. But he is held back a little bit by his passive being a flat bonus of 7,000. If this guy got an Extreme Z Awakening and this just changed to attack 70%, that's all that would have to change, and he becomes one of the best units in the game again because of how good his stats are. Like, he really would be crazy. So the other unit we have at the 10 spot is Extreme Z Awaken Broly. I actually had a lot of trouble figuring out what to do with this guy. STR really is a very solid typing. I think it's very top heavy though. Like, you know, like once we get past, you know, these units on this list, STR kind of has a significant drop off. You know, maybe a unit who didn't make the list but is close is like Perfect Cell. He is not here, or like STR Omega is not bad. But STR Omega has a direct upgrade, which hurts him. But one thing that hurts this Broly is the fact that he is only on the one category. Same thing with STR Gogeta, by the way. He's only on the one category, and there's a better version in Gogeta on there that you would use instead of the STR one. Now, on the movie bosses category, same thing. Again, there is a better Broly than this guy, but it is very difficult to get LR Broly. So I can understand why, like, a lot of people would have this guy, but not LR Broly. He is pretty good with the attack and defense 80% when attacking. And of course, as maximum stats, he has nearly 20,000 attack. So he can hit very, very hard. And of course, he can defend very well after he, attacks. But I think one thing that does hurt him is basically his lack of key links, right? Like, he has Hardened Grudge is his only key link. And if we click this, as you guys can see, there's not exactly a lot of units here on the Hardened Grudge link, so it's pretty pointless. So that's one big shaft this guy had, is he did not get prepared for battle when he got his Extreme Z Awakening. So moving on to the last unit for the 10th spot is Janemba. I actually feel like Janemba, like, I felt as though Janemba deserved to be higher on the list, but at the same time, I couldn't put him above any of the other units on the list. Janemba's very good. It's just, he's not like, how can I word this? Janemba's very good, but he's not like special, right? Like on the 120% leads, 6, 7 of them are easily better than Janemba. because they're outstanding. They have really crazy things like Cooler with his guaranteed additionals and, attack and defense 100%. Whereas Janemba just, he gets his attack 80%, which is not really that high. Nowadays, it's actually quite low. But he does guard against all attacks, which is very useful. And then, of course, he has a medium chance to evade all attacks, which is about a 30% chance, which is pretty good. But there are better dodging units in the game. I will say, though, one thing not to underestimate is Janemba's links. Janemba units, Gogeta units, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black units, they all have, like, the best link sets in the game. Like, just absolutely perfect link set for, like, any situation this Janemba would be in. And, of course, he is on the movie bosses category, where he does fit quite nicely. That does help him a lot that he finally does have a category. It's just the rest of the units on this list are just a lot better, that's all. Alright, so moving on to the number 9 unit, we have Jiren. Now, Jiren is a guy who, when he awakens, I imagine he will catapult like 3-4 spots above where he is right now. It's just because he does not have a Dokkan Awakening, he doesn't have Fierce Battle. He will be a Fierce Battle unit, by the way. If we factor in his leader skill, the Universal Survival Arc category team, which is going to be incredible. Like, once he awakens, that's going to be one of the best category teams in the game, especially because, like, we have the new Blue Vegeta coming. I'm sure we'll get God of Destruction Topo. There's still a lot of Tournament of Power fighters that have not been introduced into Dokkan yet. So that leader skill, that team will be incredible. He does immense, and attack and defense 120%, and then medium chance to stun all enemies. That really could turn into attack and defense 150%, which would be stunning. That would push him. He would become like 4 on this list or something like that. Like, he would be very, very good. He does have pretty good links as well. Shocking Speed, Godly Power, Tournament of Power. Those work very well. He is solid on both of his category teams. Obviously, you need him for the Universal Survival Arc one, but he is pretty good on the Realm of Gods team as well. Moving on to the number 8 unit is Ultimate Gohan. Ultimate Gohan is very good, but I will say he just always does feel a little underwhelming to me. I think it's because he has that medium chance to guard all attacks on his passive, but that seems to activate so rarely for me. Like, I can only recall a handful of times I've actually seen that activate. Like, usually medium chance is a 30% chance, but that has to be lower than 30%. The 50% defensive buff for all super type allies is very nice. He does raise his attack on his super. That's a permanent stack, kind of like Ultra Instinct Goku does the same thing. But of course, Ultimate Gohan units are hurt by their links. Obviously, since Gohan is not a Super Saiyan, he does not have the most common link in the game, which is Super Saiyan, a 10% attack link. And he also does not have Prepare for Battle, which hurts him a lot, especially on like Mono STR and stuff. So, I don't know. Gohan's pretty good. Unfortunately, he doesn't work that well on the Buu Arc category team because Super Vegeto doesn't have Shocking Speed. He is the leader for the Hybrid Saiyan team, which is a very good team. That's one reason I do have him where he is on the list. I mean, he is still a category leader. It's just there are better, STR units, I feel. So the next unit on the list, what is this, 7? Is Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, I know people are probably going to be upset that I have him so, like, high on the list. Like, he's not, like, well, I have him, I guess, low on the list, right? Like, he's not, like, 3 or 4 or something. Like, for some reason, people have this hard-on for Super Saiyan 4 Goku as though he's still the best unit in the game, but he's not. Like, there are direct upgrades to Super Saiyan 4 Goku now. Better units than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He, of course, is the 120% SCR leader. He does raise his defense on Super, which is very helpful, by the way. And, of course, he gets that 150% attack buff on Super. Or, not on Super, but as his passive at the start of turn. His links are very good. The Super Saiyan 4s all have pretty good links. Super Saiyan, Saiyan Roar, Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, GT, and Fierce Battle. And he, of course, has the 12 key multiplier of 150%, which is pretty good. Very solid unit, but he has no categories. That's another thing that hurts him. I actually was really thinking about putting Gohan ahead of this guy, but I just, like, side by side, I do feel as though Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a better unit. So that's why I have Goku a little ahead of Gohan, even though Gohan is on 2 categories, whereas Goku is on 0. So moving on. The number 6 units, we have the 1000-day LR Spirit Bomb Goku, 1000-fold Plea Goku. I really liked it a lot better when the name was Thousands of Wishes Goku. So one of the big reasons I have him above Super Saiyan 4 Goku is his leader skill, which is really good. All types, Ki +3 and HP attack and defense 100%. So he'll be fantastic in something like Dokkan Battlefield, where you will need a secondary leader skill, a sub-leader skill. He'll be great there. He's very awesome in a couple different Extreme Z Awakenings. I've used him to great effect in Full Power Friezas and Kid Gohans, which obviously is really nice, and he has helped me beat Super Battle Road several times. I do think this Goku is very good. It's just the difficulty in obtaining this guy. He's the most difficult card in the game to obtain because you have to have an account that's logged in for 1,000 fucking days, which is so long. Of course, his passive is attack 77%, and then he gets an additional 7% to attack and defense, and he recovers 7,777 health per Ki Sphere obtained, which is very nice. His link set is okay. Z Fighters, All in the Family, Experienced Fighters, Prepare for Battle, Supreme Power, the Saiyan Lineage, and Legendary Power. I really wish he had something else, Shocking Speed, Over in a Flash. I know he has only a base form Goku, so it's hard to say give him like Over in a Flash or something, but it really would help if he had it. He is only on the Majin Buu category team, but he fits okay there. He obviously does link up pretty well with the physical Super Vegeto. You know, they have Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power, a few other links. Well, wait, do they have any other links? No, actually, I think that's all he has for Super Vegeto is no. Wait, I'm I'm tripping. All he has for physical Vegeto is Prepare for Battle. For some reason, I was thinking he had Legendary Power with him. Ignore that. Well, that's a key link at least. But I do like this Goku. I wish I had him. But, well, another 700 days for your boy. Alright, so next we're going to move on to Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma in the 5th spot. Now, maybe this is a little surprising that I would have him above Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Ultimate Gohan, but this guy is stupid OP. Like, he raises his attack by 50% on Super, he gets an attack and defensive buff of 100%, he counters, and when health falls below HP 30%, he does the Rage Mode, which Rage Mode is very good, unlike Great Ape transformations and stuff. I've done a Super Battle Road run where Rage Mode has helped a lot, and in Extreme Z Awakening, the Rage Mode has helped a lot already for me. So I really like that. One reason the Rage Mode is good compared to Great Apes is this mechanic right here, where even at 1 key, this Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta will super attack. So that's nice. He's always going to be able to super, whereas Great Apes, like half of the time, they're not supering. But that Vegeta is. And then, of course, the counters are just so dumb. Even if his links leave a little to be desired, you know, he has a Shattering Limit unit. He only has Prepare for Battle, really, as a key link. And his stats are a little lower. The counters, the attack 100%, the 50% buff on Super just makes him such a powerful unit. He is hurt, of course, also by no categories, but he's still just so good in any difficult mode that I have to have him high on this list. Next unit, of course, is LR Vegeto Blue. I absolutely love LR Vegeto Blue because he is basically a free rainbow. And you look at his stats at rainbow, almost 20,000 attack, 13,000 defense. He is a monster of a unit. He gets an attack and defensive buff of 80%. And then, of course, that awesome passive, the second part, where he raises Ki by up to 10 based on how low your health is, really makes it easy for him to get that 18 key super, and you can manipulate it at will. If you want to go at the start of the fight and get the 12 key super so you can get that 20% attack and defensive buff, or if you want to go all out for the 18 key super and for one turn get the 50% attack buff to greatly raise his attack, you could do that. A very powerful unit. On the most recent top 10 hardest hitters of Dokkan list, this guy was actually listed as number 1. There's a little bit of an asterisk there because obviously this guy was calced as being a rainbow unit, where the rest of the units on the list were being calced as a free dupe level. So if you have dupes of like a lot of those top tier units, they will be stronger than LR Vegeto Blue. But LR Vegeto Blue is definitely a top tier unit, and he works really good on both the Realm of Gods team and the Potara team. That's a big thing too. Is like when I'm doing these lists, like I'm looking at those categories. If they're good on multiple categories, that in my eyes makes them a lot better for free-to-play players and even for whales too. All right, so moving on to number 3, we have STR Rose Goku Black. This is one of my personal favorite units in the game. He is like a perfect unit for me. Like his leader skill is awesome. The extreme type allies, key 3, HP attack and defense 120%. And of course, you have to have all 5 extreme types, which works more than the Tech Vegeto Blue because Rose, gives extreme type allies 3 key and 50% defense from his passive. He also has attack 120% on his passive, and he lowers super type enemies attack and defense by 20%. And then on his super attack, he does immense damage, and he raises all extreme type allies attack by 30%. So he just has so much going for him. He has an incredible link set. Super Saiyan, Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. Perfect link set. And of course, he is top tier on both of his categories, Realm of Gods and Potara, forming a rotation with LR Goku Black on both of those teams. Fantastic unit. And he's got that 12 key multiplier of 160%. No complaints for Rose Goku Black. Now, number 2 is going to be the brand new LR BEERUS and Whis card. This is the next of the 100% LR leaders. LR BEERUS and Whis are definitely a little underrated already. One reason is because not a lot of people have seen like gameplay of them because they're brand new and an unfeatured LR at that. But obviously, like their stats, the passive does not jump off the screen. But if you really look at it, on their 12 key super, they recover 7% health. On their 18 key super, they recover 12% health. And then their passive attack 80% at the start of turn. And then after they get hit once for 5 turns, they get a buff of attack and defense 60%. Now, I'm going to say this. I think for how low the turn limit is, 5 turns, I do really think LR BEERUS and Whis should, like, that should be higher. That should be like 80%. It should be like, after receiving an attack, an additional 80% attack and defense for 5 turns. Or raise that to like 7 turns. I do think that's a little too low because otherwise they just have attack 80%, which is still going to cause them to be like really powerful and hit hard, but it's not enough in my opinion. Now their links, Godly Power, Prodigies, Innocence, Connoisseur, Shocking Speed, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power do work pretty well with any other BEERUS cards, which you easily could get on a Realm of Gods or Movie Bosses category. So obviously, this LR BEERUS does work pretty well on both of his categories, especially on a Realm of Gods team. Like, if you have this guy on run rotation and LR Goku Black on the other rotation, you're just not going to be taking a lot of damage. That's just how that's going to be. He has pretty good stats. And of course, like most summonable LRs, 150% 12 key multiplier, 200% 24 key multiplier. Very good unit overall. I can't wait until the day happens when I actually pull this guy. That's going to be fucking sick. So, not surprising, guys. Number 1 is LR Broly. He is just going to be good for a long time because when performing a super attack 80,000, negative 20,000 defense, but launch a guaranteed additional super attack. So this guy supers twice, which will make him relevant for a very long time because he will be doing so much damage. Again, he is also an AoE unit, which makes him the best World Tournament unit in the game. Link set is okay, and he is very, very good, top tier, optimal on both of his categories, Revived Warriors and Movie Bosses. So LR Broly gets my pick as the number 1 unit for STR. So reviewing the list, we have STR Super Gogeta as 10, the Extreme Z Awaken OG Legendary Super Saiyan Broly as 10, and Super Janemba as 10. We have Jiren as 9. We have STR Ultimate Gohan as 8. We have Super Saiyan 4 Goku as 7. We have 1000 Day LR Spirit Bomb Goku as 6. We have the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta and Bulma card, the STR one, as 5. We have LR Vegeto Blue as 4. STR Rose Super Saiyan Goku Black as 3. We have LR BEERUS and Whis as 2. And then, of course, LR Broly as the number 1 unit on the list. So thanks, guys, for watching. And the next time, we're going to go ahead and take care of the physical units. And then we'll be done for these lists for now. And I'll probably do updates of them far off in the future. But thanks for watching, guys, and later.